What's good, people? This your boy Mike right here, man. I'm back again with another video. I'm back, y'all. I just got back last Monday, which was 6 days ago. If y'all missed my last couple videos, I just came back from Las Vegas on the West Coast over there, and now I'm back on the East Coast. So Las Vegas was nice. It was a family trip, like I said before. Vegas was nice. I was out there for the fight. You know what I'm saying? The Pacquiao Marquez fight. As you can see, the shirt right here, Pacquiao Marquez 4. You can see the, you know what I'm saying, they posted right here. I got, you know what I'm saying, these Pacquiao boxing gloves. These shits was like $20. I got, matter of fact, I'm gonna show y'all what I got real quick. Then I'm gonna get into what I'm gonna talk about. I got my poker chips. I got, I stayed at the Palms like I told y'all. There's the card right there. Palms. I got this thing at the weigh-in. You know what I'm saying? Got that. I got this poster right here for 2013. I'm gonna let y'all see the inside a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Each joint got girls or whatever. But oh yeah. And I had a chance to meet Leon Spinks. I'm gonna show y'all real quick. Leon Spinks fought Muhammad Ali 1978. That's his signature right there. And he signed it off to me, so I'm gonna put this right there. Alright, let me get into what I'm gonna talk about. Like I said before, I was in Vegas for the weigh-in and to be in Vegas for a good time. So I went to the weigh-in, and they've been talking about it for like the past month and a half that Marquez, possibly is on steroids and how he's bulked up. At the weigh-in he did look juiced up, but the fight, Pacquiao lost. He got knocked out in the 6th round by a counter right by Marquez. It was about like it was like a 2-inch punch. It wasn't like, Pacquiao came in and then Marquez slipped it. He drew back and boom. It wasn't nothing like that. Like he was like this. Then Pacquiao was jumping in and out, and Pacquiao jumped in with a jab. Marquez slipped it, and it was about a 2-inch punch like this. He hit him about that, like a 2-inch punch, and then knocked Pacquiao out. So my thoughts, I think Marquez is on steroids, honestly. I don't know if y'all heard about the contaminated meat down in Mexico. Marquez is from Mexico, so I don't know. I think, in my opinion, I think Marquez is on steroids because Marquez hasn't had this type of power before at this weight class. Even at welterweight or 140 or 135, like knocking somebody down or out with one shot. Especially Manny Pacquiao, he fought the guy 3 times and hasn't had any punching power to knock Pacquiao down or even knock him out like that. So I'm thinking Marquez is on steroids because Freddie Roach tried to test, him and Pacquiao and Marquez like 2 weeks before the fight, and Marquez can't backed out of it. Now that right there seems to me that Marquez is on something, because how you gonna like bulk up like that? Like I know Marquez is like lifting weights or whatnot, but I just don't see nobody like bulking up like that. Like that was crazy. Like seeing him at that weigh-in, like his arm, like his body was bigger than Pacquiao's. I think his biceps were like a little bigger. His neck, shoulders, like everything was like bigger than Pacquiao. And if Marquez is on steroids, I just don't know why he did it at 39. At 39, why Marquez? Why? But ESPN.com released a if you go to ESPN.com, they released a statement, and it says before the fight, I think a day before and after the fight, Marquez and Pacquiao took a urine test. Not a blood and urine, just a urine. So for those who don't know, a blood test is more accurate than urine test. Urine will probably catch like 50%. If anything is in your system, urine will probably catch about 50% of that. But taking a blood test will catch 100% of all that. Like I said before, the Marquez camp did not want to take the blood test. They refused. They did take the urine test, and both guys came up negative. But at the same time, that really doesn't prove much, because like it's like when you get a checkup. Like when y'all go to the doctor, when y'all get a checkup, the doctor make you pee in a cup, and they, draw your blood. Like everything's not gonna show up in your urine. Like blood is more accurate. Like if you're gonna do anything, do blood. So I was kind of surprised that Marquez can't refuse that. And at the same time, Marquez, he was in the same category with what's the guy's name? I think Alex Ariza. I think he was in the same category with Usain Bolt. I don't know if y'all know that track and field the track and field runner Usain Bolt. He was busted for PEDs, performance enhancement drugs. He got busted for that. Like, how y'all think he ran so fast? Like, he ran like a what, 9.7, then a 9.69, then a 9.53, something like that. So come to find out, Usain Bolt was on steroids. But yeah, so him and Marquez dealing with Alex Ariza, Balco, all that stuff. Y'all don't believe me? Y'all can do y'all research. Marquez, Usain Bolt, Alex Ariza, and Balco is all listed in the same category. And I think they should do Pacquiao and Marquez should do a blood test, not just Marquez. Both of them should do a blood test to make sure both fighters are clean. More so Marquez, because him getting jacked up like that didn't make no sense at all. And if they do a blood test and something shows up in Marquez's system, I'd be very disappointed in Marquez and his team. Sometimes it's not all on the fighter. Like, sometimes, like, a fighter's trainer might be like, hey, you wanna take this just to beat this fighter, or like a middleman might come in and be like, hey, take this, that way you can beat this guy. Like, a lot of fighters has been offered stuff just to beat other fighters. Like, I know, like Muhammad Ali, I know he was saying, like, in the 70s, like when he fought Sonny Liston, he was offered, to take something to beat Sonny Liston. Before he fought George Foreman, he was offered something to take to beat George Foreman, but he refused it. But like Shane Mosley, like, he was offered something, like when he fought Oscar De La Hoya the second time to fight to beat De La Hoya. Like, when you take steroids, you feel very little pain. You're stronger. You can take a punch better. And I'll just be very disappointed in Marquez if something shows up. Like, I say he do a blood test. Urine is not as accurate as a blood test. I say do a blood test. Blood test is more accurate. Wow. I was just surprised, like, they hit a knockout. Like, I was actually in my hotel room. My boy texted me. He was like, Pacquiao got knocked out by Marquez. And I ran downstairs to the lobby and seen it on ESPN. So I put on my clothes and I jetted over to the strip. And it was crazy over there. A lot of people was, like, angry. A lot of people betted on Pacquiao to win. And, he got knocked out. So, what's next for Pacquiao? Like I said before, some show up in Marquez's system, I'll be very disappointed in Marquez. If both of them take a blood test and some shows up in Marquez's system, I'm not going to stop being a fan of Marquez, but I'll just be very disappointed that he had to do that at 39 years old just to beat Pacquiao. Like, it's just crazy. But, a lot of people betted on Pacquiao, and a lot of people lost a lot of money. Now, Pacquiao was, winning the fight. He broke Marquez's nose. He split his face. And he barely knocked him down in the fifth round. He barely knocked him down. Like, he caught him with like a lead left hand, and then Marquez's glove touched the floor. Now, the couple previous fights when Pacquiao was breaking Marquez's nose and hitting him like right on the button, Marquez was like falling down easy, no problem. But this time he was having issues getting him down. Now, I don't take nothing away from Marquez. He's still a good fighter, but him having the power to put Pacquiao down and then knocking him out is something crazy. Pacquiao, it's Pacquiao versus Mayweather. Do people still want to see that fight? I'm pretty sure a lot of people still want to see that fight. Is it gonna have the same hype? I don't think so, because Pacquiao got knocked out. Anytime a fighter gets knocked down or knocked out, the next time they fight, they're gonna be a step slower. Pacquiao's trainer Freddie Roach, like, he hasn't had any, credible wins this year. He fought what's his name? He fought what's his name? Tim Bradley. He lost to Tim Bradley, but really he won against Tim Bradley, but the judges are being straight dickheads and get a fight to Tim Bradley. So, then he turns around and he has Amir Khan fighting Danny Garcia, and then Amir Khan gets knocked out, and then what's his name? Freddie Roach blames himself and saying it's his fault. I'm like, it's really not your fault, Freddie Roach. Like, he trained Amir Khan right, and it's not Freddie Roach's fault. Like, Amir Khan should keep his hands up, and sometimes you get caught by shots like that. So I think Amir Khan should, like, use the weight thing for his neck, like Floyd Mayweather do, to make his neck, stronger. That way he can take a punch better. And this year losing to Marquez. Now if Marquez is on steroids, I'd be very disappointed. And then if he is, then in my opinion, he didn't beat, you know what I'm saying, Pacquiao on a even playing field. And Pacquiao, matter of fact, Pacquiao was kicking his ass anyway until his roids kicked in. Then he you know, knocked him out. But yeah, Freddie Roach was like blaming himself, saying it's his fault, his fault. It's really not his fault. And a lot of people saying Pacquiao got overzealous and this and that. I'm like, I mean, okay, let's say if we're gonna say hypothetically, Marquez took steroids and they took a blood test, and you know what I'm saying, something came up in his system. Okay, if something came up in his system, if he wasn't on steroids and hit Pacquiao with that same punch, Pacquiao wouldn't have got knocked down in the 3rd round, or he wouldn't have got knocked down in the 6th round. I think Pacquiao would have won that fight. But a lot of people don't say it like that. A lot of people looking at it is, oh, Pacquiao got caught with a counter punch and blah 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 blah. I'm like, do your research. Like, some of these fighters are taking steroids. Like, sometimes they don't. A lot of times they don't be like the fighters' ideas to take steroids, but like I said before, it be like sometimes the trainers' ideas. It'd be like people, like the middlemen to come in out of nowhere and be like, hey, you want to take this to beat this guy? Like, a lot of times it's not the fighter's idea to, you know what I'm saying, take stuff that they are given. Like, you know, steroids comes in, you know, pills, needles, and topical cream. And my thing is this: if you haven't been using it in your whole career, whatever you've been offered, if you haven't been using it then why are you using it now? If it's anything extra, then you know what I'm saying, it's a drug, steroids, whatever you want to call it. But like I said before, do people want to still see Mayweather, Pacquiao? I think they still do, but it's not going to have the same hype. If they fight now, like I said before, Pacquiao's next fight is supposed to be against Brandon Rios. Pacquiao getting knocked out, he's going to be a step slower, like I said before. Hopefully, you know, he doesn't have a concussion, because, you know, his head smacked the canvas. And once he got hit, he like immediately like fell, and his head like smacked the canvas. So hopefully he doesn't have a concussion. But he's going to be a step slower, definitely. But if he takes on Mayweather, at this particular time, I'm going to have to get an edge to Mayweather, because Pacquiao got knocked out cold. And, you know, that takes something out of you. Anytime you get knocked down or knocked out, you will be a step slower. You might not be able to see it. Like, a lot of people might not be able to see it in like the next fight after, but like the next couple of, like, you know, 4 or 5 fights, you will notice that the fighters are a step slower. They can't, you know what I'm saying, use their agility as good as they used to. The chin isn't the same. It's like once you get your bell rung once, it's easier to get your bell rung the second time around. So, my opinion, I think Pacquiao, Marquez is on steroids. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. If you missed my last couple videos, here's one right here. Bam! There's one right there. If you missed my other video, here it is right here. Bam! There it is right there. Yo, holla at me. I'm out. Peace.